Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Cooking with Spectrum. I'm Chris, and today we're going to be going over the very simple charcuterie. Let's get into it. So let's go over first the definition of charcuterie. The definition from several different sources. Let's go with Webster's, not the best, but it's the simplest. And the simple definition of charcuterie is cold cut meats that have been cooked already, such as sausages, pepperoni, ham, what have you. So, more advanced terminology goes into charcuterie boards, meaning meat that has been, or rather, I should say, fancy meats that are compiled with, and it leaves it in quotations because they're put aligned with cheeses and other such things. So I have my nice cutting board here, and so what we're gonna do is enter my handy dandy fridge, and I have a few things that we're going to use. Number one is we're going to need some meat and some cheese. Those are going to be the two bases for our charcuterie board. Now, we have these two knives here. One is specifically for cutting cheese. The other is for cutting meat. So, what type of meat? Well, we have some nice pepperoni right here. Now, when it comes to meats such as pepperoni, what you're going to notice by feel is it doesn't feel right. Now, it doesn't feel right because pepperoni, real pepperoni that is, not the pre-sliced, but pepperoni that comes in a large link, such as this one, it comes in a casing. So what we want to do is cut that skin off because we don't want to eat that because it's more cloth feeling than anything else. So what we'll do is we'll take our cutting knife, which is serrated, and we will start it at the end of this pepperoni and slowly and surely drag it to the end. Now what we've just done is we've torn open the casing because this casing is very thin. It's almost like a skin. You're going to want to make sure to clean your hands always beforehand too. I don't think I have to mention that, but as dealing with cooking stuff, it's pretty important. So you might be able to hear it. I don't know how good the mic's going to pick this up. I have you guys on a tripod. There we go. Nice and easy. Don't want to destroy the meat at all. We want to keep that very undamaged. There we go. Yes. Awesome. Yes. Okay. Now, as we're skinning this, I'll go more into charcuterie. Now, let's go into the spelling of the word itself. It's not necessarily important, but if you take the base of it, char and cuttery, it puts a nice basis on. Oh, tore that skin. Oh, shoot. Oh, well. I was hoping I could do it perfectly, but what are you going to do? The spelling goes into C-H-A-R-C-U-T-T-E-R-I-E. charcuterie. We call it charcuterie because reasons. You know, we still got some skin. That's an important thing. You want to don't just assume that you got it all off. You want to make sure you felt your link completely. And you want to make sure that you've pulled off all this extra bit. Because we don't want that. We don't want that in our charcuterie board. Okay. Here's the next step. When using a large sausage like this, obviously you don't want to just lay this out and say, hey, eat this. So what we want to do is we want to first start by cutting the ends off. There's one end, and there's the other end. Okay, there we go. Nice and cut ends. So what we want to do from here is we want to put this into segments. Now what I like to do is I take my right hand, because I cut with my left hand, and I space out either a half or a full inch segments. And I keep the knife blade between my pointer and middle finger while I cut down. This helps align it so you don't have to worry about cutting yourself, anything like that. No worries, no faults. You have a liner. The best system I could ever use, really. It's never failed. So, there we go. Now we have our pepperoni nice and diced up. Okay. Let's line these out. And what we'll do is we're going to put all this on a nice plate. And well, actually, you know what? The pepperoni we'll put in a small bowl, because you put charcuterie in a mix of things. So we just cut that pepperoni. Now let's grab a bowl. Any bowl will do. We'll use this nice ceramic bowl here. And take these. We'll just toss them willy-nilly up in here. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. Keep the ends out. We don't want the ends mixing in our business. Now, normally what you would want to do is wash your cutting board before proceeding, but these cured meats don't need washing because they're already cured. They've been sealed. It's okay. So we don't need to worry about it. So what I have here, this is our number 1 cheese. What we're going to do is we're going to take, this is buffalo chicken cheddar. Very wonderful, made by Sargento. So we're going to take, I'm going to say about 1.5 inches. Cut about 1.5 inches into this wedge with our cheese knife. I actually do have a charcuterie knife, but I didn't want to use it. All right. And one thing I like to do as a little visually impaired thing to make sure you know what you're doing with stuff is once I remove cheese from its packaging, I like to keep it in separate tubs so that I know what cheese is which, rather than keeping it all in bags. Now, you know, you can get cheeses in different variations so they'll feel different, but this is just a little thing I like to do to be precocious. So now we're going to slice down this cut of cheese, this delicious, delicious, creamy buffalo chicken cheddar. It's very spicy. I'm quite the fan. And we're just cutting, I'd say 1/2-inch segments. Now this time I'm not actually using, oh, that's the end. Okay. I'm not actually, kind of shave that down. This time I wasn't using the method of holding it between my fingers because this cheese is naturally soft and creamy. So when it comes to a creamy cheese, whether it be something like this cheddar or a good brie or any other soft cheese, maybe cream cheese, what have you, you want to be careful with how you cut it because it's so soft. You don't want to break it or bend it. You want it to look good for any sighted people. So I think we got it looking all right. We got it looking in nice fine cut segments. So what we'll do, we'll take a small cutlery plate or a tea plate. We'll stack these little slices all up in here. Good. Now we have that cheese done. Okay. Let's go on to the next step. The next cheese, because we got a pepperoni, which is the perfect type of meat for this cheese. Now I am rather partial to cheddar. So I have this lovely medium cheddar here. We use this. Put our container back here for this. All right. Now, this is a hard cheese. So, using the method of putting it between your fingers is exceptional in this situation. Okay. So we're just going to cut a few slices of this because it is a block and it's in a different style. We don't want to overpower the pepperoni with the cheese. So I have 3 slices there. And you know what? That's perfectly fine. We'll stick with that. Okay. So now that we have our cheese, you know what? Let me dice this cheddar down before we do anything. We'll do inch segments. How about that, huh? Sounds good to me. Because these are going to be rather large cubes. Yeah, that's perfect. Good. Awesome. Okay. Now we have varying cubes of our cheese. Put these on the cheese plate. Now, one thing you can do to make this look a little bit better or more pleasing to, if you're setting up company with people with sight, we'll put our knives in the sink. We have no more use for them. What you can do is you could take a nice cheesecloth that's a nice color and lay it down underneath the meat and the cheese, and you'll have a lovely set. You'll have it looking very, very nice, very exquisite. But you know what? Something's missing here. I know what's missing. How about some chips or crackers? So what we'll do is we'll take some Tostito scoops. Yes, we'll take a small bowl here. And what we'll do is we'll take a handful of these scoops. No more, no less, just a handful, maybe a handful and a half. Perfect. Perfect. Pull lay this down as we do. Excellent. Excellent. And then you have it. Simple as that. Easy as you can go. You have your meat. Ours is pepperoni. We sliced it, and we have our 2 cheeses. Now, what I'll do, let me get some of this. Take the scoop, take a little bit of that cheese, and then you know what? Layer down some pepperoni right on that business. That's fantastic. Easy as that. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Simple stuff. I hope you learned something today. If you did, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned to more cooking videos coming to you. In the meantime, I'm Chris, and you have